Hello everyone. So this is the fourth lecture of Unit 3 of research methodology. Okay, and in this lecture, variance was discussed. So first it was discussed that in x square distribution, that is in chi-square distribution, the chi-square distribution is used for single population and F distribution is used for two population. And this was the statistic of chi-square distribution. So this is a formula for chi-square distribution, and chi-square distribution is used when sample variance and population variance both are known. Now for a two-tailed test, this is the algebraic representation, and for a two-tailed test this is the bell curve, and you can see that the critical points are chi-square 1 minus alpha by 2 and chi-square alpha by 2 for a two-tailed test. For a right-tailed test, this is the algebraic representation and this is the bell curve, and the critical point is chi-square 1 minus alpha. Okay, and this is the left tail test, and this is the algebraic representation, and this is the bell curve diagram of left tail test and chi-square distribution. So if n samples are collected, then there will be n minus 1 degree of freedom. And this is one example based on chi-square distribution. This example is given in page number 366 in chapter number 10, and we can find all these values from the corresponding question, and then we have to calculate the value of chi-square, which is 16. Okay, so in this, since sigma is greater than 0.9, so we will be using the right tail test. Okay, and now since chi-square is 16, then we will calculate the value of this critical point. So for a right tail test, we need to calculate chi-square alpha, and this we will be calculating using the table which is given in page number 740, okay, of the book. So in page number 740, what we need to find, for n minus 1 is equals to 9 and for alpha is equals to 0.05, we need to find out the value from the table. So this value for 9 and alpha is equals to 0.05, this value is 16.919. So we will use this value. Okay, so 16.919. Now if we will draw this diagram, then 16.919 is the critical value and our calculated value 16. This 16 belongs to H naught. So since 16 is belonging to H naught, so we will accept H naught. That is, battery lifetime is 0.9 years, and we will reject H1. Now there is another question which is given in page number 369. This is the question, and this question also includes that we need to refer to exercise 10.23 on page number 356. So this is actually the question which is being referred here. So for the solution of this question, we can visit our previous lecture or previous notes of 9th April, in which the solution of this question is given. So, and this all things we have to we can see from the question. And for this s square, this s square is 0.06, so this value is calculated from this question. Okay, and we can see it in the previous video. And then we have to calculate the value of chi square, and since it is a two-tailed test, because sigma square is not equals to sigma naught square, so we will be using two-tailed test. Okay, so for that we will be calculating alpha by 2 also and 1 minus alpha by 2 also. And then we have calculated this value of chi square, which is 18. Now here the value will be critical value will be chi square alpha by 2, and here it will be chi square 1 minus alpha by 2, and these two values we can calculate from the table. Okay, now since it is a two-tailed test, then we have to calculate the value of chi square from the page number 740. So for the corresponding degree of freedom 9, we have to look for the value of alpha 0.025, because here n is equals to 10, so n minus 1 is equals to 9. So by that we will be calculating the value of chi square alpha by 2. Okay, so we will be going to page number 740. So this is the page number 740, and for corresponding degree of freedom 9, the value of alpha 0.025 is 19.023. So we will be using this value. So this value will be used here. Okay, because alpha was 0.05 and now alpha by 2 will be 0.025. So we will be using this value. So chi square alpha by 2 came to be 19.023. So now for this, chi square 1 minus alpha by 2, we need to subtract 1 minus value of alpha by 2. It will be chi square 0.975, and this value we will be calculating from the table which is given in page number 739. Okay, and this value will come 2.700. So in page number 739, you can see the value of the degree of freedom 9 corresponding to the value of alpha 0.975. It is 2.00. So we have used this value. Okay, so we can see that our calculated value of chi square was 18, and this value lies in between these two critical values. So we will accept h naught because our calculated value supports h naught. Okay, so you can repeat this question by using the similar data but using alpha to be 0.1, and then you can see what happens, and in this case what is the result. Now if we have been given two population, then we will be using the F distribution. So for this statistic is this: F is equals to S1 square upon S2 square, and this belongs to the first population and this to the second population. And here the degrees of freedom will be n1 plus n2 minus 2. And we have to look at this formula also, that f of alpha for v1 comma v2 will be equals to 1 upon f 1 minus alpha v2 comma v1. So this is the question which was discussed. It is given in page number 368, and these are all the corresponding values which we found from the above question. So we have calculated the value of f, and since it is a two-tailed test because of h1, so for this we will be calculating the value of f of alpha by 2 and f of 1 minus alpha by 2 by the table which is in page number 742. So for f of alpha for this critical value, we have to look at value of alpha for 0.05, and this 11 is our v1 and this 9 is our v2. So v1 and v2 are calculated by subtracting 1 from n1 and n2. Okay, so for this we will be going to the page number 742. So here in page number 742, we can see that we have to calculate for alpha 0.05, and v1 is 11 and v2 is 9. So v1 is here, so v1 11 will be in between 10 and 12, and the v2 value is 9. Okay, so we have to look at a middle value which is of 3.14 and 3.07. Wait, 11 and 9. Okay, A middle value of both of this will be taken. So it was taken as 3.1, which is the average value of 10 and 12. So now for this critical point, we have to calculate f value of f for 11 and 9 at 1 minus alpha by 2. So alpha by 2 was 0.05, and after subtracting from 1 it is 0.95. So we have to now calculate f of 11, 9 at 0.95. So for this, we have seen above that the formula will be 1 upon f 0.059, 11. So we will be calculating this value from the table, and this value which can be found from page number 741, table which is given at page number 741. So at page number 741, for V1 to be 9 and V2 to be 11, the value is 2.9. So we will be using this value. So it is 2.9, and 1 upon 2.9 is giving this 0.344. So we are using this value here. And now our calculated value, which was 0.64, it lies in between this, and this is the region of H0. So our calculated value supports H0. So we will accept H0. Now this is another example, and these are all the values which we can calculate from the table, and in this we can see that we have to perform the right tail test. So for the right tail test, it is very simple that we need to calculate the critical value using this f of 0.05, 10, 13. So here we are using the value of alpha directly. We are not means putting alpha by 2 here. So it will be 0.05 at 10, 13, where 10 is V1 and 13 is V2. So this value which can be calculated from page number 742, and our calculated value was 1.324. So this value supports H0, so we will accept H0. And for the same question, we can check for the left tail test also by taking sigma 1 square is less than sigma 2 square, and then you can calculate this value also here. But only one thing will change, that we will be now calculating the value of f over here. So for the value of f over here, the statistic will be f of 1 minus alpha v1 comma v2. So now we have to calculate this, and for calculating this is the formula, and the value of each of these things we can find out using the table. Okay, and similarly here also, if this is given and alpha is given 0.02, then alpha by 2 will be 0.01, and then we have to proceed like this. Okay, now then next is comes the binomial test, and for the binomial test detailed description you can refer the page number 361 of the book, and these are all the statistics for the binomial test. So this is how our numerical will proceed, solution of the numerical will proceed using all these concepts. Okay, so for this you can calculate all the value using this for data which is given in the corresponding question. This question is in page number 362. Okay, so for this you have to see the values which are in page number 729. So we will be calculating. So in this, what is the thing that it is very much understood with using this all statistics. So for this, how we have to calculate the value, okay, that I will tell. So in page number 729, we have to look at three values. N is equals to 15, P is equal to 0.70, which is here 0.70, and R is equals to 8, which is our corresponding value of X. So only these three things will be required to see the corresponding value of this thing. So in page number 729, you can see that for N is equals to 15, P is equals to 0.70, and R is equals to 8. our corresponding value is, see, here R is equal to 8, N is equal to 15, and P is equal to 0.70. Our value is 0.131. So we will be using this value here. Okay, and then it is 0.2622. And here what we have to do is we have to compare this value with alpha value, whichever would be given in our question. So if alpha is less than P, then we always accept H0 and we reject H1. And if alpha is less than P, then we will accept, sorry, if alpha is greater than P, then we will reject null hypothesis and accept H1. So similarly, we can proceed with this example also, but in this example, here less than was given and here greater than is here. So this greater than and less than is decided by this. If x is greater than np naught or x is less than np naught. If x is less than np naught, then we use this formula. Like here it is shown that if x is less than np naught, then we are using this formula. And if x is greater than np naught, then we are using this formula. So when it is given that x is greater than np naught, so we will be using this formula, and for calculating this, we can calculate 1 minus probability of, just we have to reciprocate the signs. And we will be calculating the value of this using the formula. So here n, we have to look for n is equals to 20, p is equals to 0.4, and corresponding value of r to be 9. So the value will be this from the table. And after calculating this, we can see that alpha is less than 0.8088. So we will accept H0 and reject H1. So this was all for the fourth lecture. Thank you.